by knockout. Shapipur tipped the scales yesterday at the weigh-in at 155 pounds. Don, we saw Shapipur back in October here at the Forum against Leonid Voronchuk. And if you remember, he is a fierce leg kicker.
Absolutely. But that doesn't bother these DRAKA fighters. I mean, they're experienced with the leg kicks too. It's just the leg kicks have a way of possibly nullifying your takedowns. If you're getting hit in the leg, it's pretty hard to bend over and grab somebody.
Now tonight, Amir Shapipur will be taking on a veteran fighter all the way from Armenia. His name is Arsen Khachatryan. Arsen Khachatryan. He's a European kickboxing champion. He is the reigning DRAKA Junior Middleweight World Champion tonight. He's going to go after that light middleweight title and try and add to it, Don. 17-4. He weighed in at 156 pounds. As I mentioned, he's from Armenia. I'll tell you, the difference between Shapipur and Khachatryan is while Shapipur loves to go after the legs, Khachatryan is a grappler and a thrower.
Amir has more fights on his record. He's got 52 bouts, but these were not DRAKA fights. Arsen Khachatryan has had 21 bouts, all of which were DRAKA fights. He's the DRAKA World Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is for the DRAKA Intercontinental Light Middleweight title. In the blue trunks, weighing in at 155½ pounds from Iran with the kickboxing record of 41 wins, 9 losses, 2 draws with 21 knockouts. The WAKO Muay Thai World Champion, the ISKA Muay Thai World Champion. In the blue corner, Amir the Prince Shapipur. And in the black trunks, weighing in at 156 pounds from Armenia, 17 wins, 4 losses, 11 knockouts. The 1997 DRAKA World Champion, the European Kickboxing Champion, the Free Sparring Champion of CIS from Armenia. As I said, in the red corner, Arsen the Hunter Khachatryan. Your referee for this bout is Mr. Cecil Peoples.
All right, gentlemen, I want a good, clean fight. I want to keep your hands up, protect yourself at all times. Do not kick or hit a fallen fighter. Any questions? Let's rock and roll.
For the Intercontinental Light Middleweight Championship, Shapipur of Iran against Khachatryan of Armenia. We saw Khachatryan last year when he defeated Fernando Calleros of the United States. Calleros came in with a record of 20-5, and Khachatryan did a masterful job dispatching him. And the chant, Arsen Khachatryan.
Well, he's from Armenia, but we got a big Armenian contingent here at the Forum. He sounds like he's the hometown fighter.
A handsome lad here in the shadows of Hollywood.
Both these fighters are taking their time feeling each other out, but when they do come to terms, I expect some heavy leather out here because they both got really good knockout records.
Well, we saw Shapipur beat Leonid Voronchuk last year. A tremendous DRAKA bout, and he did it with fierce leg kicks.
these two fighters, while there's not a lot of fighting going on, neither one is really running or avoiding contact. They're right in front of each other. They're just waiting for the right moment. Good combination. Khachatryan scored some good hands and feet in there. Finished the round strong.
Now these are light middleweights. This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds. Boy, Khachatryan, what a ring record. Fought 52 professional bouts, has 41 wins, only 9 losses.
Hey, Phil, just as a side note, Khachatryan is actually moving up in weight to try to dethrone Khachatryan. And tonight, he has the world title in the lower weight division, and he's stepping up to win another title. That's the Armenian fighter.
Yes, he is. He's got the junior middleweight title. You're right, Blinky. Tonight he's after the light middleweight title to add to it. And there is Khachatryan.
And I guess my question is Khachatryan strong enough to move up and take the title away from a very, very good fighter in Amir Khachatryan? Because I've seen him fight. He comes on strong. He's got great endurance, and he's a pinpoint type of fighter. He's a sharp fighter. He's a smart fighter. He doesn't waste a lot.
Well, he's a leg kicker as well, and he's got 2 long legs to go hunting for.
Good boy. Good.
Arsen trying to use that lead left leg as a jab to keep Khachatryan from just moving in on him.
Good boy. Good kick. Good boy.
It was a very good block by Amir. He blocked a good leg kick there. When you block a leg kick properly, you can actually damage your opponent's leg.
Khachatryan in the black with the gold stars. Amir Khachatryan in the Carolina blue and gold.
Oddly enough, you've been talking about the leg kicking of Khachatryan, but it's been Amir that has been working the legs predominantly so far in this bout.
Overhand right by Khachatryan, backs up Arsen. No damage done. Two rounds down, 8 to go. That was a very difficult round to score. Don, how'd you score that one? Even?
Well, I'm not unofficially even because I didn't see anybody dominating, and that's usually my style of judging. Is if I see a definite dominant winner of the round, I'll score one round 10-9. But with no takedowns, no knockdowns, no solid blows landed, that would be an even round.
Khachatryan on the receiving end of an impassioned plea by his corner to get going. And at the other side, a very quiet, almost stoic corner for Arsen Khachatryan. We saw Khachatryan against Kairos. He had a devastating back leg takedown on 3 occasions. You have yet to see it against Amir.
down there. That's a very dangerous thing for Amir to do, is come leading with his hand like that. You need to come in behind techniques. Whether it be hand or foot, you need to lead with a technique.
Spinning back fist by Khachatryan.
And as you can see, guys, you got two real technicians in the ring. Two very experienced fighters, two very skilled fighters. It's really fighters that are not just flailing away, but they're throwing precise, precision type of punches and kicks. And it's going to be real interesting. This looks like the type of fight that begins to turn into a chess game.
Now, neither fighter with any side-to-side movement whatsoever.
No, they're not trying to avoid each other. They're definitely here to fight, and they're not going to give up any ground here.
Shafapur tries to throw a Khachatryan, and he's going to get a couple of points for doing it. And that's the way round 3 will come to an end. Now let's go to Blinky Rodriguez, who has Jim Mullen, the new DRAKA heavyweight champion of the world.
That's a pretty good-looking belt you got there, Jim. I got to tell you, though, your father-in-law, Mickey, he was definitely, man. He came and he was like wound up like a tiger himself. Listen, Jim, records don't mean nothing. On any particular night, you rise to the occasion. I've seen you rise to the occasion many times. You did it again tonight. How do you feel?
I feel great, sir. God has blessed me with this victory, and I injured my arm in the first round. All the ligaments in my shoulders tore up. I tried to keep punching, it wasn't working. I was hurting more, and I just asked the Lord for help, and he guided me through it. And I did it one-handed and 2 legs and got busy.
Well, I got to tell you, man, that was a legend from what we heard. You beat, but the Lord always comes through. Let's face it. Phil, Don, I'm sending it back to you again. God bless you, Jim.
Thank you. Hi, Mom.
Tremendous victory for Jim Mullen of Simi Valley, California. We are set to go round 4. Shafapur in the blue, Khachatryan in the black and gold stars.
Uh-oh, look.
I don't really know what kind of strategy this is by Shafapur, because when you put your leg out there and it gets hit, it's a score regardless of whether or not.
Now both of these fighters showing their leg superiority.
And what I seen there was a right round kick to the rib and a defensive heel thrust kick. Don, I'm sure you can appreciate that. How often do you see that transition from a round kick to a defensive heel thrust kick?
Well, never. Almost never. I think there's a little bit of posturing going on over there, kind of you can't hurt me, macho.
But you know, that's really the psychological game, Don, that the Armenian is playing tonight. You know, he came out and it looks like he's been able to back up the champion through the course of the night. And, you know, my question in my mind was he strong enough to do exactly that, back him up? And that's exactly what he's doing.
Right, if you remember when the Thais, when Americans, Westerners first fought the Thai boxers, they did the same thing. You can't hurt me, you can't hurt me. It wasn't until Benny and Pete Cunningham and some of these other guys started beating the Thais we realized we could. A little psychological warfare out here.
Khachatryan trying to get him down with a back leg takedown, couldn't do it. Now trying the leg sweeps.
And that was experience there on the part of Arsen Khachatryan. As Amir went for the leg dive, he just went ahead and threw his weight on him and drug him to the mat.
No takedown for either fighter.
Shafapur.
Well, very even round that time. You know, I'm seeing both fighters come alive now, and I think the waiting out period is over. They're both going to try to do damage now. I think it's going to get more exciting as it goes on. There's no more feeling out. It's a battle now.
Yeah, well, I agree with you, Don. You can see the tempo beginning to heat up now. You know, if you look at the right side of Amir Khachatryan's head, you're starting to see a little lump coming out on here. We see Khachatryan on the attack with a spinning back fist, and he's really bullying him around, and that's what really surprises me. He's coming up in the weight. So I didn't know if he'd be strong enough to manhandle the champion, Amir Khachatryan, the way he is.
Well, he's definitely answered the question of whether he can handle it power-wise and weight-wise.
You see the weld over the temple, the right temple of Khachatryan. But really, Arsen Khachatryan really has not been nearly as busy a fighter as we have seen in his previous fights. These are light middleweights for the Intercontinental Championship. Arsen Khachatryan in the black and gold is awarded 2 points. And Amir Khachatryan of Iran.
If you go to the ground and your opponent doesn't, it's a takedown.
Boy, Khachatryan walking into a big storm here in round 5.
Big barrage of punches.
And down he goes, it's 2 more.
Well, he's really taken off this round. There's no doubt this is his best round so far.
Boy, Khachatryan has just caught fire this round.
Good counter right hand. But, you know, I hate it when a fighter starts getting cocky like that. You never can tell. They could walk into something.
And there actually was a good inside sweep kick that took him to the ground for 2 points as he was getting cocky, and that's a good point. You can never underestimate a fighter. You got to remember, Amir is the champion at this point, and he earned that belt.
It only takes one punch or kick to turn it around. Or in this case, a sweep.
Khachatryan trying to get Khachatryan down, can't do it. Boy, the more you see this sport of DRAKA, the more you gotta love it. It encompasses everything.
You never know what's going to happen from one technique to the next. It could be a punch, a kick, and a takedown.
And the reality is, you got to have extremely good balance and agility, because even if you throw a kick or a punch and you fall down, that goes against you.
Right.
See blood coming down the neck of Amir as he goes back to his corner, Phil.
And it appears as if he's cut behind the ear. Now they've got a doctor in to take a quick look at it. Boy, what a 5th round for Khachatryan.
He totally dominated this round. I mean, punching, kicking, he landed everything.
Perhaps most importantly, Don Wilson, is Khachatryan finally went on the offensive.
Instead of being tentative and waiting the counter game, he became the aggressor. And really, that's when he took the advantage.
And Khachatryan, it was a very quiet corner until right now. And boy, they are alive in his corner.
And Phil, the referee Cecil Peoples called the doctor to take a look at the head of Amir Khachatryan right now. And I guess he's okay. Kane took a look, and he just got back out of the ring.
Yeah, the blood has stopped. Wherever it was trickling from, they have it stopped. I believe it was right around the hairline behind the left ear. And there is Arsen Khachatryan from Armenia.
You know what, actually, I'm looking at Bernie Krasno, his trainer, and he's actually taking care of the top of his head. And he may have had a cut on top of his head. I don't know where that would have came from.
We're ready. This is round 6. These light middleweights. duking it out for the Intercontinental Championship. They're scheduled to go 10.
Well, there's no doubt that Amir knows that was a bad round for him. He came out very hard here. And I think he's going to look to try to get some of that momentum going his way again.
And they're going to give 2 points to Shapapur.
So far, he's been able to turn the tide a little bit. He needs to
And I'll tell you, Don, that right round kick that Amir threw, landed with the shin, it looked like it shook up Khachatryan a little bit.
He's also landed a couple of right hands inside.
He followed up with the right hands, but initially it was that right leg that hurt him.
Right.
Shapapur is on the move here in round 6. And it's been a huge round for him. Another 2 points.
And the Armenian fighter is hurt right now, guys. I'll tell you, he got up a little slow. And from what I've seen from Amir's last fight, he's a good finisher, as you can see him on the attack.
He runs into a straight right hand, another right hand by Khachatryan.
Amir is all over him at this point.
Khachatryan is not out of the woods yet, guys. There's another big takedown. Those are big points.
He's got 3 takedowns in this round. What a comeback. What a comeback.
Khachatryan owns Shapapur in round 5. Flip the tables here in round 6.
And like we were saying a little earlier, Don, one punch, one kick, and turn the fight around, you're always in the fight.
In this case, Blinky, I think it was about 20 kicks and 20 punches turning around.
I seen one big right. I hope they got it on the replay. One big right leg.
That started it.
Initiated it.
That started it. And it's been downhill ever since.
The Armenian fighter looks like he's recuperating a little bit now, guys. Looks like he's getting back. Nice right uppercut. Doubled up on it.
He's finding a home for that right hand.
Khachatryan in the black shorts just went down again. That's 3 takedowns this round for Amir Shapapur.
Well, there's no 3 takedown rule, so he can get as many as he wants.
What a war. I got to tell you, the fans, it's electrical in here.
What a 6th round of DRAKA championship fighting. You won't see a better one. Whoa, my.
And you hear Shapapur's corner screaming at him and telling him how hurt his opponent from Armenia is. And they're challenging him to pick up the pace, exhorting him on.
Well, you know, Blake, I'd be surprised if he could pick it up any more than he picked it up that round. I mean, he could do more of the same and end the fight.
Well, Don, what I've seen from Amir Shapapur, his last fight, he gets stronger as the fight goes on. That's what I mentioned earlier. He was getting pummeled throughout the early part of the fight. And here we see him coming on, and he just, once he sensed that Khachatryan was hurt, he just went on the attack. I mean, the guy definitely has that killer instinct.
Round 7, spinning back fist, glances off the temple of Shapapur.
I gotta tell you, the fans are getting a treat tonight. What a fight. All the fights have been good. This fight is just as equal as any of the other ones, maybe more.
Overhand right, lands by Shapapur.
Not clean, though. Not clean. Didn't have the same effect it did last round.
Khachatryan trying desperately to land that uppercut.
And Khachatryan leaning over and throwing a nice left hook to the body of Shapapur. There he goes again. And that's not a bad idea, guys. Leaning over, ripping that shot to the floating rib, because that'll definitely slow down Amir Shapapur.
Khachatryan just measuring him for the uppercut.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Khachatryan is turning it around again. It's gone the other way.
And that's those big body shots, Don. He's leaning over and ripping them.
right left hand to the nose of Shapapur, and he comes right back for more.
Both these guys are just trading blows. I mean, with leg kicks, body shots.
Big right hand by Amir. Another big right hand. And round 7 comes to an end.
What a round.
What a round. Let's go to Blinky Rodriguez, Blinky.
Hey, Phil, I'm going to have to say it again. Like you just said, what a round. These fans are electrified. Both of these warriors have come out. They've given everything they've got. They've got heart. There's no question about that. And they both got chins on them. Neither one of the two is given or taken. Here we see Khachatryan coming back on the attack. And then Amir Shapapur turns around and lands 2 big right hands right off the tempo of Arsen. Khachatryan, I'll tell you, these guys are in tip-top condition to be able to take that kind of punishment.
It's like a seesaw battle. One goes up, one goes down.
Oh, it is a seesaw battle. This fight here is a type of fight that you don't take your eyes off it or it's going to be over. Phil, I'm sending it back to you and Don, guys.
What a fight this has been.
If I was a betting man, I couldn't bet on either fighter right now. I don't know what's going to happen next, and I don't think the audience does either. Both fighters are very smart, looking for openings.
I don't think anybody would blame them to take a round off, but I don't think it's in their blood. I think one of them, once one gets off, is going to just go back to tit for tat.
Through 4 rounds, I had this fight as pretty much pick'em, but in round 5, Amir came alive. In round 6, Khachatryan lit the fuse, and in round 7, it was Shapapur again. Live action now in round 8. These are light middleweights battling it out for the Intercontinental Championship.
Khachatryan's coming on now. He's worked the body again, back to the head.
Boy, you look at Khachatryan's back, Don. It looks like somebody took some coarse sandpaper and a belt sander and just sanded his back.
Well, he's been getting ring ropes rubbed on it, the canvas. He's been kicked. I mean, you name it, he's been hit with it. Oh,
Shapapur is down.
good right hand.
3 points, and Amir is down.
Good counter right hand. Shapapur came in and got caught with the right hand.
And that's the pinpoint type of punching that I'm talking about. These guys know where the punches need to go. They're not just winging shots. Even though it's late in the round, they're still keeping technique, and they're working it, guys.
That was a beautiful right hand. Took a step back, threw it right down the middle.
Shapapur decisively winning the 5th round. Khachatryan took the 6th round just as decisively. Amir from Iran came back and won round 7 beyond a shadow of a doubt. And in round 8, I've got Khachatryan winning that one.
I'm getting dizzy.
I don't want to judge this one, I'll tell
That's
you.
been up and down right if I ever heard of one.
I'm sitting here next to a judge, and I'm glad I'm not him. Abe Bellardo here to my left, shaking his head.
And down goes Shapapur, that short right hand. I don't think he ever saw it.
Well, no. If he saw it, he wouldn't have got hit right in the square in the forehead with it.
As we look at the face of Amir Shapapur, it looks a little worse for wear. He's got welts on it, almost the welts that man there, Khachatryan, has on his back.
But you know what? If he walks out of here with that belt, he won't feel a thing. Till tomorrow morning.
Khachatryan is the world DRAKA junior middleweight champion. Shapapur desperately wants that belt.
There was just a good exchange of right hands inside there. Oh, uppercut, right hand, just constant exchanges here. One lands and the other lands.
Overhand right by Shafat-Pur. Another overhand right.
Another one.
And then you seen him go down low with the leg kick after he let 3 right hands go. Came right back down to the thigh of Khachatryan. This is truly a battle of attrition. Condition's going to win this fight.
There's that counter right hand that Khachatryan's landed several times on Amir. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Khachatryan is down, and it's 2 points for Amir. Big overhand right gets the attention of Khachatryan again by Amir.
Oh, big exchange there. I don't know who'd get the worst to wear with that one. Solid exchange.
This has been one great DRAKA championship.
Khachatryan has consistently countered that leg kick with that counter right hand, and he lands it clean right on Amir.
Big takedown by Amir.
Can't beat that, that's clean. Right at the end of the round, right when he needed it. That might have got him the round there. Pretty even going into that last few seconds.
Concern registering in the eyes of Arsen Khachatryan, and rightfully so. For the second half of this fight, Amir Shafat-Pur has looked awesome.
Watch this, we're going to see a picture-perfect takedown right here. Hook the leg, the heel, behind the heel, swept the back leg. I think Amir got sick of hearing these boos, and he wants to hear some cheers now.
El Shafat-Pur, you get the idea that he knows what he has to do, while a very confident Amir Shafat-Pur comes charging to the center of the ring for this 10th and final round. Right hand, left foot by Arsen.
Oh,
Overhand right by Amir.
big one. But Khachatryan's got a chin of steel.
Khachatryan trying to throw Amir, can't do it. Khachatryan's corner exhorting him to come on, come forward. Big right hand lands.
This is a tremendous fight. Both these guys want this title. They're just trading blows at this point.
Left hand by Amir, another left hand. Khachatryan trying everything in his arsenal. Amir goes down. Amir goes down. 2 points to Khachatryan here in the closing seconds of this fight. Short chopping right hand, another by Arsen.
Amir needs a takedown of some kind. He needs one badly to even out this round.
He's down again, and 2 more points for Khachatryan. That's it, that's it.
What a war.
What a fight.
A tremendous fight.
I think some of the people are giving a standing ovation.
For the DRAKA light middleweight intercontinental belt. Amir Shafipour Blakey and Arsen Khachatryan. Oh, what a matchup.
I got to tell you guys that this was a war. Khachatryan and Shafipour. Neither one of them has anything to be embarrassed about tonight. I'm glad that I am not one of the judges. Here we see right here where Khachatryan goes to the attack. He tries a leg takedown there as Amir pulls back out on him. Amir, both fighters trying to set up, throws a nice right uppercut, comes back with a left hand and another counter left hook. And here you see now is where Khachatryan begins to go for the takedown, gets the takedown. Referee Cecil People awards him 2 points. Here's that big right uppercut again. Now we're going ready. We're going to go into the second takedown. And from here now, this really evens the fight up as you see Khachatryan going on the attack. And right there, you know, it was mixed between Amir throwing a punch and Khachatryan taking him down for the count.
But I'll tell you, you can watch DRAKA a long, long time. And Don Wilson, I don't think you'll find a better fight. This may be one of the measuring sticks for months and maybe years to come.
You can watch a lot of different kinds of fighting, and you're not going to see much better fight action than that. I mean, they were both experienced with the hands, the feet. They were in great shape. Both of them showed tremendous endurance and great chins. They worked the throws, the sweeps. Tremendous athletes, both of them.
Well, we talked at the outset about Amir Shafipour being a fierce leg kicker. We saw it in his victory last year over Leonid Voronchuk. We also talked about Khachatryan being a superb thrower, a grappler.
I cannot see any reason why any audience member would boo this fighter, Amir Shafipour. The only thing I can think is it has something to do with the hostage situation in Iran
absolutely.
many years ago. I mean, which I don't believe he was holding anybody hostage. I mean, as an athlete, he's done a great job here tonight. He does not deserve to be booed by anybody.
And I guess he's a little flexible too, huh, guys?
Yeah, it looked like that Miss Van Dam to me.
Yeah, that's what I thought, you know, but I didn't want to say that.
Now there is Arsen Khachatryan as he awaits the decision of the judges. And what a fight this has been. Now you look back at the first fight of the evening, Hector, the Azteca Warrior Pena over Sadibek Asakayev. There's a look at the Intercontinental light middleweight belt, and in a moment will be around the waist of Amir Shafipour or Arsen Khachatryan. Now we got the night off to a rousing start with the victory by Hector Pena. And then a tremendous heavyweight bout in which Jim Mullen took out Gaider Bekov of Russia, the undefeated Russian. And there is a man, Igor Ijov, who brought the sport of DRAKA to the attention of the world.
He's the mastermind.
He really is.
Yeah.
Prior to Igor coming to America, this was a sport that flourished in the Eastern Bloc, Russia, the Soviet Union, all throughout Europe, but really it was an unknown sport here in the United States until Igor brought it to America, and I'll tell you, I think it has a tremendous future.
Well, it's been growing here in Los Angeles. I mean, you can see now the Forum is getting more and more of an audience each event, and you know, if it didn't have a future in the sport, the audience would get smaller, not bigger. They're getting bigger every event.
What for?
Well, we have the decision. Let's go to the center of the ring and Steve Fossum.
Judge number 1 scores it 3.5 to 6.5. Judge number 2 scores it 6 to 4. Judge number 3 scores it 5.5 to 4.5. The winner by split decision, and still the worldwide DRAKA Intercontinental Light Middleweight Champion in the red corner, Arsen Khachatryan.
A very disappointed Amir Shafipur.